everyone. Looks like this is a vlog. I woke up today and I thought, I think I might vlog today. So I've just gotten ready earlier than I need to because I've got an appointment at around 4:30 to get my nails done. As you can see, they're a bit like overgrown. And so yeah, later on we'll be going into the city centre, get a coffee, read me book, walk around, because I'm currently reading 2 books, one on audio, so I want to try and finish them both today. Also bought myself some flowers. Gorgeous, aren't they? Stunning. Thumbnail. My favourite flowers. Just put them there. Yeah, so currently I'm reading Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors, or Coco Mellors, and she's the author of Cleopatra and Frankenstein, which was a book that I really loved and read a few years back now. And she did a signing not far from where I live in the Wirral in West Kirby Books, which is a great independent bookshop, so support them if you're around there. And yeah, she did a talk and we got like a special independent bookshop edition of the book, like absolutely stunning book, and she signed it. And you know, I met her and just got to briefly chat to her, and she was very accommodating and kind with everyone, taking photos. So yeah, love you, Coco. I'm a little over halfway through. I've got that much left. I want to try and finish it today, and it's about 4 sisters, one of whom passes away and the other 3 have to deal with the grief and the loss and the hole in the dynamic as sisters. And they're also struggling with their own issues, addiction and just relationship issues, and trying to feel fulfilled but also not being able to focus on those parts of themselves because the unit of the 4 of them's now became 3. God, that sounded like a line from Charmed. The TV show with the witches. So yeah, I'm really loving this. It's got like lots of complex female dynamics in. It really captures sibling dynamics, specifically sister dynamics, and each sister feels very of their own. You know, some authors struggle to write from different perspectives, and I think that's something that Coco's very strong at. She can write from various different perspectives very well, and they feel that like fully fleshed out characters, which is what I loved about Cleo and Frank, because there was like a large array of characters in there. But yeah, I'm loving this and I'm sensing a 5-star. Yeah, I'm hoping to try and finish this either later tonight or tomorrow. And then I'm also reading an audiobook, Doppelganger by Naomi Klein. I'm like 90% of the way through and I'm really enjoying it, especially because she's reading it too. Yeah, because Spotify Prime, Premium, whatever it's called, I got it for Tortured Poets, and I noticed that they have audiobooks included in Premium. So yeah, I'm loving that. That's like about, well, it's kind of like part memoir in a sense, because she's talking about doppelgangers online and she's talking about the internet world and what she refers to as the mirror world, where there's lots of like conspiracies and alt-right views, and she often gets mistaken for this more right-leaning academic also called Naomi, and she's looking into that, but she's also looking into these like subsections of the community and how things travel online and how, you know, economic, political, things like that all intertwine. And she just does it in a very interesting way. And you know, reading non-fiction can sometimes, you know, you really feel like you have to concentrate, but listening to it, I feel like, you know, I'm following someone's investigation, but that's also because she reads it so well. I always say I want to read more non-fiction and I never do. Hoping to finish that later today as well. And then I thought, sure, I'd show you what other book I've got, because I was like, have I bought any other books recently? I've been pretty good. But when I was at the Coco Mellors event, I met another booktuber who he was actually hosting the Q&A, and his name's Simon from Savage Reads. Hello, Simon. Yeah, he was there and we chatted a bit, and he kindly gave me this book, which I said I'd wanted to read, and I met him there for the first time, and what an icon giving me a book. So yeah, Sociopath, a memoir, and it says, you know what, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Is that Patrick or Patrice? Because it's like Patricia, but anyway, it says she's an extraordinary character and a woman you'll never forget, except she's not the fictional protagonist of a novel or a film. She's real, and her electrifyingly, dryly funny memoir will make you reconsider everything you thought you knew about bad, even sometimes criminal behaviour. That sounds right up my street. But yeah, I'm just gonna edit, and you know, I wanted to get ready so that I'm ready to go, but I need to, you know, do some editing. So hiya, Milo. Hello. Oh, you want this, don't you? Yeah, then. There's your popcorn. why there's lots of children about. Like, are they on a break or something? Because I like to be prepared for having, you know, the youth around. I just had to drop my sister off and I'm feeling quite stressed because she was running late. So I was feeling a little bit stressed. I've just been editing and I need to walk the dogs. Why am I always running late? Literally 1 minute to get to my nail appointment. I don't know why, but my mood today is very like irritated. I think it's PMS, maybe I'm due on my period. TMI, sorry, I feel very blur today. Yeah, I brought my book with me, but I'm not hanging around. It's like busy and I'm tired, I'm cold. Yeah, I did just get my nails done, as you can see, look. I went for something a bit colourful and bright and got them a bit shorter because she's going to the errands tour, isn't she? So yeah, I brought my book with me and my headphones and she ain't doing any of it because I'm tired, I'm moody and I'm in that headspace where I'm like, get me home, I need to be horizontal. Get me home. Why am I here? I just got home and my room smells absolutely stunning because these have bloomed. Yeah, I can't wait to get into my pyjamas, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I had to pick an order up from TK Maxx and I got some book mail, so I thought I'd show you. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. Exile by Amy Walsh. I think I do remember them asking me about this. Oh, this is the one that's set in Belfast. Oh my god, yeah, this is the one. It's set in Belfast and Liverpool, and as soon as I seen that I was like, yeah, I'll have it. So it says, leaving home was hard, returning is impossible. Right, that's a very Irish name I'm gonna struggle to pronounce. Feeders, life. Let's go with feeders. It's FIADHS. Any Irish out there, tell me how I'm butchering it. It says, life is turned completely upside down on a night out in Belfast. Pretty soon everyone has heard about what happened. It is impossible to keep the rumours from spreading, the gossip from spiralling out of control, and just as she was beginning to finally figure everything out, she was feeling positive about her move to Liverpool. She was starting to get on top of her uni work and had made some new friends. Now her life is in free fall and she is helpless to do anything about it. Well, this sounds right up my street. One thing I like is obviously northern representation and contemporary Irish stories as well, because you know, the Scouse and the Irish were kind of like connected. Don't ask me why, we just are. Just the history of the city, isn't it? Thank you for this. Who sent me it? John Murray. I'm definitely going to be reading that soon. Yeah, and then I placed an order at TK Maxx. It was basically just extra skincare products before they sell out, because I've found Korean skincare products that I really like and they still have them on there. So I thought, you know what TK Maxx is like, they run out of things and then I'm going to have to pay full price. That's something else I ordered that I may return. An exercise set. One thing I will say about TK Maxx is they need to cool it on the packaging, because you know, this is just a bit wasteful, isn't it? I got more of the cleanser, the Course RX or the Course Rix Calming Foam Cleanser. It had gone down to like £8. Then I got more of the Dynasty Cream. Beauty influencer, skincare influencer. I really like this, the formula of the cream, and I think this was £12. And then I also noticed they unfortunately didn't have the glow serum that I like. That's sold out. As I said, it's really popular at the moment because, as I said in my last vlog, I'm trying to slowly swap my skincare over to Korean skincare. Yeah, this is the Beauty of Joseon Radiant Cleansing Balm. Beauty influencer, and that was £12.99 because I've used a cleansing balm before. I would like them to remove my makeup, and I thought I love their other stuff. Let's give this a go, because cleansing balms are just a little bit better for the environment than using makeup wipes and things. So yeah, that's the little haul I got there. And then I also got this exercise set. It's a bit vibrant now, but it's like cycling shorts and a crop top. I'm not trying it on yet. If I like it, I'll keep it, and if I don't, she's getting returned. I did want a navy one. It's not that vibrant, but it is very, you know, blue. That's what I got. Yeah, and as I said, you know, I'm feeling kind of blur today. I'm just feeling low energy, and I just want to sit in front of the TV and be a potato. This is the cleansing balm. You get this little scoop. One thing I like is when packaging's thought out, you know, like the practicality of it. It looks kind of like a solid product. So I'm gonna scoop some of that. It says a generous amount. I'd say that's a generous amount, wouldn't you? And then gently massage into the skin, which is what I did with the e.l.f. one. One thing about using cleansing balms is always do your eyes last, because it can make your eyes feel a bit cloudy. Let's wash it off. My eyes are cloudy now. They feel like fogged up. I'm just gonna pat my face dry a little bit. Yeah, that one definitely feels more thorough. Hopefully I don't break out. My skin feels incredibly clean. Look how clean my skin looks. You can see the reflection in it. That's cleanliness, not oiliness. I kind of want to watch Derry Girls, you know, I'm in the mood for something light and fun, but I'm supposed to be rewatching that with my sister, so I kind of can't really, can I? I did start watching Bridgerton, but I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. I mean, I did only watch 2 episodes. Yeah, I'm still using the hyaluronic acid serum from the Inky list. I think last time I said I hadn't used it enough to notice much of a difference, but yeah, I quite like the formula, to be honest, and it hasn't broke me out, and it's not much different from the ordinary one. I would actually say it's slightly more hydrating than the ordinary one. My only issue with this is the size. So I think I am noticing a change in my skin though with this new routine. It's less irritated, it's more hydrated, and it's less dry as well, and I feel like the complexion's more evened out. Retinol resurfacing. After I've used this, I am going to get a Korean one. That's me. Do you know one thing I find weird? I've developed hay fever in my 30s. What's that about? All my siblings, they suffer from hay fever, and I used to smugly be, you know, enjoying spring and summer without a drop of irritation. And now I'm constantly sneezing, my nose is itchy, my eyes feel dry and irritated. So I read none of my book while I was out, because I was just like, get me home. As Cher said, take me home. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you as well was that yesterday, I'll insert some clips, I helped these 2 geese and the little baby duckling or whatever they're called, I forget. Either way, it was a cute little baby and they were protecting it, and I went to get a coffee, not Starbucks, clearly boycott. They'd gotten where there was traffic and they were obviously on edge because there was cars and the baby was in between them, and then these young boys that were on bikes were trying to help them cross the road, and they'd basically gone the wrong way to where the pond was. So they got them in this like abandoned car park, and they weren't at risk of getting hit by cars, and they just kept going round the car park and they seemed to forget where they were. And I tried like numerous animal welfare places that weren't very helpful, and then I did find like a local rescue that gave me information about this Facebook group that deals with birds that need help, and she was like, we're like 40 minutes away, so do you think you could try and get them to follow you back to the pond? Because it wasn't that far away, but there was like a road into a car park that had a lot of traffic because there's a gym there as well, and I was like, oh, I might get attacked and I don't know if they'll follow me, but but I thought, you know, I need to be brave because I can't leave them. So I went over and I was like trying to like herd them to follow me, and they were following me. And then they were obviously protecting the baby, and I made sure not to get too close because I don't want to be attacked. And I could see the baby was getting really tired because it kept sitting down, and they'd been walking around this car park for probably about 50 minutes to an hour, and I was shaking my car keys at them, and I went over the fence. It was only like a short fence with a gap underneath it, just so cars can't get through. The mother bird, she ducked under it, and then the other two followed suit. So they followed me across the road, and I was like, yes, I've got them over. They came over, and then I think she realised she weren't far then. Long story short, they got into the pond, and I waited until they were in there. Just call the Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Now, this is that glow serum which I love. I think if it was a swan as opposed to geese, I would have been a bit more on edge because they can be aggressive, can't they? Dynasty cream. All fresh and ready to sit on the couch with me salt and vinegar Pringles. Living it large. This is what I've made, an Asian inspired rice bowl. So I've got rice, tofu, a fried egg, edamame beans and some seaweed, and I just put some soy sauce and sriracha on there.
The Duke has not proposed for mine.
Not me saying I'm not really into Bridgerton watching it. Good afternoon. I made my own blueberry matcha, the moment of truth. Let me taste it. I should probably mix it. Bit sweet, it's very sweet. It was my mistake though. We found out what blueberry syrup they use at the coffee shop we go to, and I ordered some online, and I accidentally added some agave as well, thinking it would need to be sweetened, but I think I get the measurements right. So yeah, I'm just having some lunch. I've got pretty much what I had for my tea last night. A rice bowl with the remaining tofu, edamame and some seaweed snacks that I've been loving at the moment. I'm going to stay home today. I'm feeling like I need a home day. And obviously the get up, she's exercising later. I've got like a tiny amount of that left, so I want to try and finish that as well. Yes, I'm just going to eat this and do some editing. I overdid it on the syrup, but it's still nice. Would you like your toy back, Mabel? Sorry about this angle. We're working with what we've got. It's very overcast. I'm just sick of of this weather. Anyway, I'm just about to go out. I wanted to just show you that I finished reading this last night, which I really enjoyed. Would I say I preferred it to Cleo and Frankenstein? I'd say this is more like an intimate character study than Cleopatra and Frankenstein, whereas that one was more sort of chaotic characters in the 20s just trying to live in New York and the things that happen there. But this was quite a touching character study about having siblings, specifically sisters, and the dynamics that you have. Coco Mallows is very good at writing dialogue, and there's lots of like arguments and stuff. Arguments, the book, which are very realistic and enjoyable to read. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I liked all the characters. They felt very fresh and unique. I'm going to give it 4.5. Not quite 5 stars for me. I think the reason why is I felt like the character Bonnie wasn't as sort of fleshed out as the other two sisters. They were more sort of, what's the word? They had more emotional depth than she did, so I think that's why I gave it 1 less star. And then I also finished yesterday Doppelganger by Naomi Klein, which I was listening to alongside that on audiobook. I found that really fascinating and also horrifying, because she talks about, you know, doppelgangers and how the internet and branding and identity and things like that, and something that she calls the mirror world, is dividing people, and we can all sort of get caught up in it. And I feel like I'm not explaining it intelligently, but it's a very like modern take on society and capitalism, political affiliations, fake news, and it's just very of the time, and I'm definitely wanting to read or listen to more of her work. I gave that 5 stars. And the next book I'm reading is Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield, which is quite a short one. How many have we got? 228 pages. So I'm heading into town. I haven't brought a jacket, so I really hope it doesn't rain. Oh, squirrel. Get me home. I don't know why, but Liverpool is incredibly busy today. There just seems to be like lots of people around, like hen parties and things like that. It's just like, get me out of the city when it's like that. I need to take this lipstick off. It's feeling really crusty. Like, here's a hen party now. I'm thirsty. I don't usually drink bottled water, but this came with like a meal deal, so. So I just got home. I'm glad to be back. I have a few things I need to do before I get editing. I reckon I'm going to end up having a bit of a late night because the video's not finished. I didn't really buy anything out. I just went for coffee and lunch with my friend, and I've just picked up some noodles for my tea. So yeah, I'm going to eat my food and then I'll start editing.
Don't worry about having it come out of work, and also being able to on screen that you guys can see it.